Alright, so man, we just gonna get right into this one. This probably gonna be a short video. What you finna hear is some conversation between me and my brother Nardo Howell, aka FreeBand, aka Iraq General, all of those names that we know and love him by, right? So of course I did a video about 5 months ago, and a lot of people, as many of the videos I do, have a lot to say about him. But let me play you this, real short conversation of how my brother felt about the video that I did referencing an article that his name was mentioned in. So y'all listen closely to this, and then I'm gonna give you a couple of minutes of commentary on it. But then I'm gonna let y'all go.
How it seemed, but they ain't tell you what I really saying about you. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. I got told, can't nobody tell my story but me, man. Yeah, it's funny, man. I just ran into your brother at the barber shop the other day, and he was like, yeah, man, what little bro said, when you come home, he'll tell his own story. So, So, so look, it's crazy though, right? Cause then, after a while, I just read the paper though, right? You know what I'm saying? I just read the little paper. I ain't really do no research. But then, as people started telling me behind the scenes on, how everything went down, then I began to understand. You know what I'm saying? But even in the video, I was like, well, maybe it was a play the whole while, or even if, you should be coming home because you cricket anyway. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's good, man. It's good to hear from you, cause I got a couple of calls. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, a lot of people were telling me about it. They were like, yeah, man, this nigga here won't come on. I was like, man, let the man do him, man. I think he's trying to get views, man. I don't know what shit I'm about getting views right now. We ain't tripping about none of that. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, it's good to hear from you, man. It's definitely good to hear from you, man. Where they got you at? Oh, you close then. Yeah, you real close. I just got here like 2 months ago. Oh yeah, you on the way then. You on the way. Yeah, you on the way. Where you been? Where else you been at? Oh no, I was in Atlanta, and I was in South Carolina. I was in South Carolina like 2 years, and I was in Atlanta, and I came here. How long you been gone? Oh, I've been gone since 19. Since 19, okay. Yeah, man. I'm glad you holding in the road, man. Definitely holding in your road, man. So yeah, that's big. Here you go right here. Hey, bro.
Alright, so there you have it. Out of the mouth of someone, who heard about the video, but he didn't take any offense to it. Because what it is he understood, I make videos for content, right? He didn't take it as a personal slight. He didn't take it as, a form of disrespect. But what other people did was take it and run with it. When it was fortunate enough for, me to talk to, one of his family members the other day, then it just so happened me and, that family member were in a certain, restaurant. And you hear the kids playing in the back of the restaurant. We chilling, we cooling. And then, the phone call happened, and I was like, yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? So that's just an example right there, of some people have a tendency to take something and turn their own narrative on it. I did that video, and I won't speak so much on the situation because, hopefully the brother is, going to be in a better situation than he is now concerning the actions of the cricket cop, Mike Cox. But nevertheless, it people when I made the video, once again, like I told him, I received a couple of calls. Well, you shouldn't be doing this, or you shouldn't be doing that, and you shouldn't be doing that. But you hear from the voice of the man. He was like, man, he ain't tripping on none of that. He'll come home and he said he'll get on my platform and tell the whole story. But what I really want to do, and that's what my reason for sharing that phone call is, when I make a video, what happens a lot of times, and I share it on Facebook, and people will take a screenshot and start sending the video around without even watching the video, and also creating their own narrative, which makes things a little messy. Now, as you heard from this man, he ain't had no, people calling him, telling him I was talking crazy. He was like, man, let him do him. He chilling. Ain't nobody tripping about that. I know the story. You know what I'm saying? And when I come home, I'm gonna tell my story with my chest out and my head held high. So, I really wanted to play that, and this, what I'm saying, it's comforting to me. Because when people see videos with information, controversial information, suspected information, people want to rush to judgment. They want to get emotional. They want to condemn people, when many a times before they even react, they don't even watch the video. And so I thank my brother for understanding and being willing to talk like men, with no animosity. It's all love. Like I said, I know my man Nardo since he was probably like 6 or 7, running around, getting in the mischief, all sorts of mischief. I know, and I know his family and his brothers, and even when I first did the video, I spoke to 2 of his brothers, and now one of them, had nothing derogatory to say to me, because of course they probably understand, or they really didn't care, because they know the situation behind the scenes. So, and then when I was able to talk to another one of his brothers, he said, well, yeah, man, what you read in the paper is one side of the story, but also there's another side, which I know those things are true. And like I told an individual yesterday, I do this in my spare time. I do this, when people call me and request me to do a certain interview. I don't spend my days researching and doing all those things. Now, some cases I will go deeper or ask some, but some things I'll just talk. I just get up here and talk, provide entertainment, provide content, provide thought-provoking information, provide substance. And then sometimes just, once again, read articles and information from articles, be it news articles, magazine articles, print and paper articles, what have you. But, I'm not, an investigative reporter, a journalist, all those things, which I have fallen into calling myself, because other people want to put those labels on me, when pretty much I'm just a man sharing information. If that information deems to be incorrect or incomplete or even false, then I'm man enough to come back and say, okay, well, this is the story from that person's perspective. But, I'm not obligated to get every side of a story before I open my mouth, just like many of you out there are not obligated to get every side of a story before you open your mouth. And because, once again, I'm on this YouTube platform, then, people want to comment and scrutiny, everything I say I do, which is fine. I can handle that. But like I said, yesterday, it ain't going to be too many more apologies for any information I share that, is once again public knowledge. And, like my cousin Yante said, during that time, when I put out the video, when people were, kind of calling and saying some things, he was like, okay, well, he said, well, this is what you tell him. He said, do I tell you how to do your job? So that's where I'm at with it now. If anybody, wants to show me how to do it, once again, start your platform up, spend all week researching a story and, you know, present it for 15 minutes, and then maybe I can learn how to do it. But for now, I'm going to keep sharing information, sharing stories, sharing calls, sharing public information that, you know, I think, you know, is either informative, beneficial, or, you know, even constructive and positive for the community. But shout out to my man Nardo Howell for, you know, being able to see me or see who I am and what I do for what I do, because majority of the people know me and know who I am and what I stand on. So it was nothing personal towards the young brother. His name was in the story that I was covering, and his name came out. I did the story on it, gave my opinion on it, and that was that. And once again, you see, the brother was like, man, yo, I ain't tripping on that. So y'all stop tripping on that, man. Just take the story for what it's worth. If the information don't apply to you, let it fly. If the information is something that affects you and you can provide another side of insight, once again, 919-587-7782. My number is definitely public right now. But yeah, peace and blessings, man. Shout out to my brother. And you know, we're gonna have more on that story because it's a very interesting story as I begin to look at things behind the scenes of this situation. As I begin to get more privy to information, I'm really getting a more deeper understanding. However, if I don't never share that video, I don't get a more deeper understanding. If that makes sense. But y'all have a blessed day. Peace and blessings.